Hello everyone, Stefan here from General Warfare, and welcome to a new episode of WarTalk. This is just an open discussion forum where we discuss everything Commander, everything Magic the Gathering related, even some fan submitted content and fan submitted suggestions that we get to discuss on the channel. This is the third episode here, and this is actually just one I just thought of. There is no script that I made for this at all, so if I do ramble a little bit, bear with me. I just got the idea from this from actually receiving my Commander product from Commander Legends. So I got both the two set of Commander decks, so the one with Lilith and the one with AC. I got both of them in the mail, and this was just a general thought I had in my mind. This is just a general idea that I have. Is Commander getting a little oversaturated? Kind of like my videos a little bit, eh? No. Before I get into my answer for that, I just want to go through a little history of where I've come from. I started playing Magic around 2010 with a bunch of my buddies. You see them on General Warfare all the time. That's my main crew who I play Magic the Gathering with. And so I've been playing Standard, or a constructed format, for 2 years, roughly a year, 2 years. And then we started getting introduced to this new format called Elder Dragon Highlander, which would eventually be product and placed as Commander. That's what really hooked me. And during that time, we started getting more invested into it, and then we decided to build our own decks. And I remember my very first deck was Crush the Blood-Righted. Yep, I still have the card from when I first bought him back in 2012, 2013, I don't remember when. I just made a very new iteration of the deck, which I had planned to play on General Warfare. However, you can kind of tell where everything went in this last year. That being said, throughout the years, I've been playing Commander since around 2012, 2013, so around 7 to 8 years now. That has been my mainstay. That's been my main format that I've been playing. Obviously, I would play some casual, but very few and far in between. Mostly what I play now is Commander. Hell, I play solely Commander with my friends at this point. And I've been more hyperly focused on the set releases coming out in the last 5-ish years. Well, focus on them in the sense of, like, I've been kind of gesturing to see what would be the strongest cards in each set, and what commanders would flow well, what would have great interactions with other cards and such. Kind of the reason why I decided to make the WarTalk in the first place, and the top 10 lists for Commander Legends that you've seen, hopefully at this point. If you haven't, click up there. So the first time I've ever heard of Commander as a sealed product was back in 2011, when they had the original 5 decks with Kalia, with the Mimeoplasm, with Zedru, with Riku, and the one I forget. Obviously, I'm going to have a little display on the top when I do remember to put it in, actually. One of my very first sealed products that I actually bought was a Commander product. It was the Political Puppets one with Zedru as the main commander, and it had Numot and Ruhan, I believe it was, in that set. And that was one of the first products I've actually ever bought as a sealed product, and rolled with Zedru for a little bit, but I fell out of it from there. And then I remember from there was the Commander Arsenal that came out about a year later, and then from there's been a consistent sealed products for Commander 2013, 14, 15, all the way to 2020. And I've noticed in the last year, 2 years now, there's been a much more hyper focus from WotC to print stuff that's more Commander viable, and they've decided it was WotC, maybe it was just the focus has shifted towards this more popular format, and I don't blame them. But in this last year, 2020, we've had 3 different sealed Commander products. And when I say sealed, I'm not exactly saying like Commander 2020, and then we had like 3 others. No. We had 2 sets that were very hyper-focused on commanders, on establishing commander sets as well. Ikoria had 3 decks hyper focused with the commander sealed products intact, and Zendikar Rising as well had I believe 2, and Commander Legends just has 2 now. My ultimate answer to Commander as it stands right now. This is just this is my opinion piece. So again, if you, we're going to reiterate from my last videos, if you don't agree with my opinion, you can leave it in the comments. This, I find, not oversaturated, but I feel it's just becoming way too complacent at this point, because Commander used to be a once a year product where you'd get one commander or a set of commanders every year around August, July, or September. And then from there, you'd pick apart the sets that would come out. Like, would it be 2 or 3 per year, depending on what year it was. I remember there was the full rotations within a year, from like Theros to like Born of the Gods and War of the Gods, I believe it was. And then they started just focusing on like singular sets. You'd be able to pick apart different cards in each of one of those sets, and you just shove it into your commander deck. And now it's just, I see why WotC is doing this, considering it's one of the most popular formats for them to do this. If you're constantly having commander products come out for each set, it kind of dilutes the product a little bit, just a smidge, considering you're only getting exclusives in those commander sets, and you're not really going to get it anywhere else in the set. So if you're going to pick up a box, or what we used to call fat packs, wow, I feel old from saying that. I think it's now just called bundles. Yeah, booster boxes, bundles, or the VIP bundle, booster box, whatever it's called, the one that's like really, really expensive, like $400 or $500. From those ones, it's just the main set, but the commander products has exclusive cards for it. So to give you an example, like for the exclusive from this would be Willith, Soul of Steel, and that would be the main reason you pick this up. It'd be just for that one commander, but a lot of the times with the commander sealed products, they're not designed to fight against people who have already reconstructed decks or hyper-focused constructed decks. This is just an introductory level product to get people into the game, into the format and everything. This is how you kind of like ease those new players in if they've either never played Magic before. Then again, I would never recommend people to start picking up commander products if they've never played Magic. I would always start either casual or it was standard. Best way to learn is also those introduction decks that they used to print. Or if they're just people who have played Magic before but never really got into Commander, then they would always pick up whoever it was would pick up a exclusive deck or exclusive Commander product like this. Maybe I'm going a little too far into thinking about this, but this is just an opinion piece like I mentioned before. All in all, I do believe it's a bit oversaturated, only because we're only getting a lot of Commander product now, especially 2020. I found it was very oversaturated for Commander players. You can argue this as well, considering you have the Secret Layers as well, which are premiums. In the last month, this is recorded at the end of November, but last month in October, we've had the Secret Layer for The Walking Dead, and that's technically canon with WotC, and that's technically canon with the Magic the Gathering universe, which a lot of people are not going to agree with. I'm not one of those people who agree with it, but I'm not going to air my grievances on this format. To me, I find Commander is starting to slowly get a little oversaturated, only because we're experiencing a lot of very exclusive content for Commander, considering, like I mentioned before, Ikoria, Layer of Beasts had some Commander products come out. Then we had the Commander Precons that came out in August. We had Zendikar Rising, which had Commander-specific bundles. And then we have Commander Legends, which is an entire set devoted to Commander with Commander-sealed products. You kind of get what I'm saying here? It's a little oversaturated. This is just a personal opinion, too, and even Secret Layer is starting to oversaturate things, too. Everyone can air their grievances about Secret Layer, whether it's a cash grab or if it's worth the money. I'm not going to air it right now. I plan to make a future video on Secret Layer. It's not going to happen today. There's a couple things I just don't agree with in terms of Secret Layer. I'm not going to air them right now because this is just primarily on Commander. And the video is coming to a wrap today, so thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon to be notified of every single video that comes out of the channel. You can also give us this video a like, and if you have anything that you want to say about this video, or if you want to leave any suggestions for future videos, deck techs, rambles, anything like that, please leave a comment down below. I look at every single one of them, and they help with the algorithm of this channel to get a little bit more noticed. And once again, I want to give a big shout out to Card Kingdom and to Face to Face for all my commander needs, and they should be all your commander needs. So go visit their websites, help them out, help your local LGS out more importantly, because they need that at this point. One more time, thank you all for watching. I've been Stefan from General Warfare, signing off.